Hey guys, it's time for a Friday reads. It is really, really crappy out. It's snowing in April. I have had a fairly decent reading week. For those of you who celebrate Easter and Passover, you know that that was a big thing last week, of course. And so where I work, a lot of our workers were actually out of the office. We had a really slow week. And so I got a lot of reading done actually. And I had a really good time doing it. So I started off my week with My Real Children by Jo Walton. If you don't know who Jo Walton is, she is a fantastic writer. She has won the Hugo and just basically takes my breath away every time she writes. This is in particular, I think, one of my favorites of hers. It's about a woman who, it shows a divergence in her life when she does or does not make a certain decision. And now as she is becoming elderly, she now has been diagnosed with dementia, and those two different paths that her life could have taken are kind of converging. And so there are like two different universes that are coming to a point where they meet in her life. And she has the memories from both of those particular paths, and she is remembering what both of those lives were like. And it is fantastic, beautifully written, all about honesty and the difficulties of life and memory and just love. Love. I also read Akata by Nnedi Okorafor. I am slowly just going through all of her books. This is a YA, kind of borderline YA middle grade book about a young girl. Her name is Sunny and she lives in Nigeria. And Sunny is an albino. She finds out that she does in fact have magical powers, unrelated and kind of at the same time related to her albinism. It's a lot of fun, well written, just kind of one of those fun, magical Nnedi Okorafor type books. I read The Bullet Catcher's Daughter by Duncan, and this is so much fun. It's not necessarily always, I think, the most technically beautiful book. The writing is nowhere near as elegant as you're going to get with Okorafor or Walton, but it is so much fun. It is fast-paced with really interesting characters. It has these really interesting and subtle themes about feminism and kind of justice and identity, and all of those things that I kind of like in a book are present in this one. I had a good time reading it, and I will be reading the next book soon. The Bullet Catcher's Daughter, by the way, has been nominated for the Philip K. Dick Award. And then I also was very fortunate. I got a copy of Hannu Rajaniemi's collected fiction. You can't see that at all. Can't even remotely see that. There we go. Can you see that? It looks super cool. Hannu Rajaniemi writes these really interesting and intricate worlds, and his short story collection, Hannu Rajaniemi Collected Fiction, that is coming out this next, I want to say June, but I could be wrong, is really just a lot of fun and channels a lot of that different energy that he has, but with some very different plots. You know, they're not all those kind of crazy World of Warcraft-esque kind of intricate worlds. There's a variety of different stories, some of which are just ridiculously touching. I had a fantastic time reading it. And right now I am also actually on Kindle reading Marko Kloos's Terms of Enlistment. It is a military SFF story about a guy who joins the military and goes to war. I'm about maybe 20% of the way through it right now. I do expect to have it finished by the end of Friday. So far it's nothing dazzling to me, but it's not terrible. I'm really hoping to have another good week, and I have a pretty ambitious list. So I love Hannu Rajaniemi's work. And so one of the first books that I am hoping to be able to pick up next week is The Causal Angel. This is the third and final book in the Jean Laflambeau series. I'm also going to be reading The Bees by Lelaine Paul. I have back on my Kindle, of course, the second book in the Bullet Catcher's Daughters series. It's called The Gaslit Empire. I don't know yet if this is going to be a duology or if there are going to be more books, but the second book is going to be coming out, I think, next month. And I was really lucky and got an advanced copy through NetGalley. It's called Unseemly Science, and I'm really excited to read it. I am going to be participating in the Inda Club read-along. This is kind of a chunkier book. It is, 600 pages. So it's a little bit longer than the others. And I don't know too much about this story, actually. I do know that Sam over at Novels and Nonsense loves it, which is basically what everybody says about Inda, is that they know that Sam loves it. And I'm excited to be reading it and participating in the Inda Club read-along. You can probably watch me be annoying and use Twitter too much and basically live tweet my time reading it using hashtag Inda Club. Get it? Inda Club. So keep an eye out for those, and I'll also probably be doing a review of that sometime near the end of the month. I hope you're having a fantastic reading week. If you have read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them, and if there's anything you want to hear more about, let me know. I hope you're having a fantastic reading week. I hope you're going to be joining us tomorrow, Saturday the 11th, over at Nicole's channel for the Hugo Awards live show, where we're going to be talking all about the Hugo Awards, of course. And I will talk to you later. Bye.